Hey, welcome back. I am Admiral Jedi, and welcome back to my historical playthrough series, Paradox Interactive's Hearts of Iron 4, where we've been playing as the nation of France, and I am now temporarily free France, as you may have seen in the first 4 videos, following the historically accurate assault of the German Reich, the fall of Paris, our exile, and ultimately following Operation Torch, with the assistance of the Allies, recovery of France's territories, occupied territories in Africa, from which we have a little bit of a base of operations. Let's take a look around. A couple things are different from last time. I did sort of reload and go through again just to see if I could do it a little bit more efficiently. And in fact, not much. So whereas the previous video ended, I believe, in October of 1942, pretty much the same thing. We're going to end / start this video in January of 1943, where there's a few pockets of Vichy France being cleaned up here in Africa still. And but one of the big things that did not happen so far, that did happen at the end of the last video, so we sort of rewound in time a little bit, is there's been no landing. They were landing in Toulon. The Allies were landing in Toulon, and we were going to sort of call that like an Operation Overlord, like an Operation D-Day, and that has not happened, so we're going to see how that plays out instead, if they're going to do that landing. So that's been a little different. I've been using my the coup events that come from the various Free France focuses of intervention in North Africa. I've skipped Central Africa because they waged war on it, and I'm prepping for a coup in Madagascar right now, so that's coming along somewhat slowly. Maybe there's some overriding events or something, because basically when the coup succeeded, just like it did in the previous video, it took over all this one. So maybe it just, I don't know, ignores the risk, or the risk is a risk of operatives being caught. But anyway, this guy's building up the network here so that we need 50 network strength in order to do the coup. And we can see that here. 50, where you at, 50? Hello. Oh, it's hiding there behind. There you go. And so also what's going on is I'm up to a whopping 5 civilian factories, which is good-ish. I've finally learned how to read this a little bit better, where if I go to my occupied territories, instead of searching around for those ones that have factories on them, I can see here, hey look, there's one in Cameroon. And so we can see here that it's got a factory, which is good. So this is going to, well, I don't know that this really participates, because here we see we have 5 factories, right? And then if I explore this a little bit more, it says, all right, we get 1 from trade, so somebody's importing something from us, and 2 from owned. Then, where if I hover here, right, it says civilian factories from events and occupation. So is it the occupation or is it the events? Now if I hover this one, I see I've got military factories from events and occupation, 2, and then I've got civilian factories. Well, so I don't think I have any military factories built. In fact, I think what that 2 and 2 that you see there, I'd move my mouse but it'll go away, is from those events that said you're going to get 2 off-map factories. So instead, what we have is this concept of factories being provided by our occupied territories, but you can see there it says you're only able to access 35.4% of them. Okay. Does that count? Do the fractions count? I'm not so sure. Do they add up? I'm not really sure about that. Now, one of the things here with the military governor, I can change this to harsh quotas, which says it'll give us, where's it at? Use your eyes here. Military factory, oh, that's sabotage chance. Okay. Or maybe it's forced labor. Infrastructure repair speed. There's one where it said, oh, there it is, the local factories at the top. Okay, where it'll say plus, see the local factories plus 25. So if I switch to harsh quotas, again, keep your eye not on Cameroon, we're at 35%. If I switch to harsh quotas, it'll, hello, not change at all. Okay, well, that is surprising because there was another one that I switched to harsh quotas and it changed. So one of my other factories, where's that, like Tunisia or something like that, Morocco? Yeah, see, this is up to 49%. Tunisia is up to 49%, and these guys are being run, well, or not. Okay, maybe I did it in a previous save. Alright, let's switch to harsh quotas and see if that... No, that changes nothing. Okay, well, someone immediately changed that factory. It must have been something, and I have no idea what it is. So I'm going to stop pretending like I actually know what I'm talking about and move on. So that's a little bit of what's different, a little bit of what's the same, a little bit of what's happening. I really need to build factories because I'm completely hamstrung by my totally crappy production at this point. My one factory that I can apportion to those two things and nothing else. I can't build a darn other thing. I have 0 dockyards. So I was really hoping that recovering a lot of these territories would help me. However, if they don't really give me anything, because it's kind of looking like these fractional territories don't actually provide, they don't add up to 1, or at least I haven't seen that they do, then getting back all these territories is going to do absolutely nothing for me. I'm going to have this huge, massive territory that does nothing except look cool on the map. So I'm going to have to spend a little bit more time trying to figure that out. But in the meantime, we're going to hope that the Allies make another landing again. Our overall goal for this video will be the liberation of France. That occurred in 1945. Let's see, specifically, it occurred in, I'm not Googling well enough here. It looks like, yes, looks like May of 1945. So we've got a ways to go to be chronologically accurate, but as I've seen with a lot of these games, sometimes the time is difficult. You need to kind of piggyback on the event. So if the Allies say, hey, we want to invade the mainland in 1943, I'm going to join them. But our overall goal is going to be the liberation of France, and we're going to just fight to see how that goes. We're going to try to liberate France. We are going to try to retake Madagascar. Free France did take back Madagascar. And then hopefully just restore our production capabilities and our construction capabilities to something where I can actually do more than accept expedition troops, which is practically the makeup of my entire military at this point, and, you know, help the Allies. And that is, I guess, pretty close to what France actually did, is sort of piggyback on their efforts, but it would be nice to be able to contribute a bit more. So we'll see how it plays out. So an interesting historical event here, which did happen, this German operation to annex Vichy France launched. However, the French scuttled their fleet at Toulon to keep it out of German hands. That's pretty crazy. So if and when we recover France, we are going to be navyless, which, or I assume. Okay, and they want to get 7 divisions to help us out. All right, sounds good, peeps. I appreciate that. Yay, England. So it is May 1943, and the Allies look to be gearing up for some kind of invasion of northern Italy. That did not happen, at least not in this area. They did invade Sicily at what looks like around July of 1943, so we're pretty close. But France did not participate in that. So historically speaking, I would and should not. However, I'm getting kind of bored, and Russia's getting their butt kicked, it looks like, and that's not good. We really don't need the German Reich to be this big. Things over on the Pacific side, I guess, are going well, with presumably America, you know, waging war here. So it would help if we can speed along the surrender of Italy. Would kind of speed up our goals a little bit. So I may do that, even though we're kind of break history on that. But I'm not going to showcase that because it's not really historically accurate. If I could feel confident that Russia was going to stand up and we were going to do the D-Day invasion, I would gladly abstain from landing with them in Italy, but I'm not super confident about that. So we may give it a little push. Ooh, there it is. The landing in Normandy. Unfortunately, it's called Operation Overlord. 1 division, 6 division, 13 divisions. Alright, and I'm currently assisting the landing here in Italy. Feeling like, oh man, history's calling me. But they haven't made any moves yet. And they really don't have a huge force here. So it's looking like they might do, or try to do like a pincher motion here. The naval invasions from the northwest, sweep in from the southeast. Ooh, I might miss easily the most historic event of all of World War II. That would be a tragedy. I may just help them here with this landing for a little bit, and then pull back, and if I see them... Again, I can't do naval invasions on my own, so I have to wait till they invade. So I wish I could go with them and do it. But maybe if I do an American playthrough, I'll do a real D-Day. So I think I'll stay here fighting in Italy for a little while until... Maybe I'll help them cut this in half and speed up the conquest, and then try and land in France and retake the motherland. And this is a full-scale invasion of Italy. It's just, what's going on here? I haven't been playing for this long, and I do realize what's happening here, but man, this is a giant mess. So this is the pain. We are bringing the pain, for sure. Oh, and incidentally, the first landing attempts... Oh, okay, the first one failed. It came down here in Brittany and failed, interestingly enough. So they're starting to push on these landing attempts now. Alright, the fall of Rome. This could be the beginning of the end for Italy. October 10th, 1943, Benito Mussolini is deposed. We're making some advance here. Let's see, when was Mussolini overthrown? July 25th, 1943, so we are a couple months behind in the game, but it's still splendid. I am holding the Alps. It's so funny, I'm on the other side of the Alps. Let me in, I want my country back. And just holding the line here. They're trying to push against Germany, and it's just not working. So I'm just going to hold the line here while they mop up the rest of Italy, and hopefully Italy just capitulates. And with Mussolini gone, I'm surprised that doesn't happen practically immediately. So we're going to hope for that. Siam has joined Japan as our ally. Join Japan? Haven't they joined us? Okay, whatever. So anyway, lots of war going on here in Italy. I'm just going to hold the Western Front. And hope that this gets wrapped up in Italy, and then hopefully we move on to France. The Soviet Union wrapped up their war in Iraq, and hopefully they're going to focus on the Eastern Front, because Germany is pushing. And I don't think I've ever seen this boundary go this far to the east. So we need to shut these guys down. And this is not going well for my friends here. Okay, hold on. So this is probably an in-game mechanism here. Okay, social fractures into civil war. Oh, so this is legit. This really happened. Okay, the Italian Civil War was a civil war in the Kingdom of Italy fought during the Italian campaign of World War II, which is exactly what's going on, between Italian fascists and Italian partisans. The ultimate result being the Royal Italian and Italian Resistance victory and liberation of Italy from Nazism. So this really happened. Now, I'm not Italy, so I'm not going to play it out. I may help them. It says only, again, supported by United Kingdom, United States, not France. So that's what I'm kind of doing, historically speaking, here. Is even though I shouldn't have even contributed to this battle at all, I'm going to just hold the line on the western side. Let's see if I can even do it. Okay, who is this? Who are you? You are Reino del Sud. Not sure what that is. Okay. Like, am I even allowed to be here? Yeah, see, it's like kicking me out. Okay. And moving me, I guess Nice was recaptured or something like that. So, alright, this is a mechanism that's kind of lame. Every single one of my troops is being given the boot, I think. Yeah, except for the ones that are in Nice.
Attention!
So, okay, and there's a bunch of stuff here. So let's work this out. Okay, so there were a ton of called arms, and they just basically said, "No, we want your help too." Oh, okay, cool. So I'm gonna just trash all my orders here, and reestablish the front, and hold the front, because again, that's all I really wanted to do. You're not all still going to Nice, right? Okay, good. Yeah, alright, so that was just because they originally weren't part of the Allies, so they want to be part of the Allies, which is cool. And you can see here that the Regno del Sud is basically taking over, and so Italy is going to come back, be restored, come back to the light side, and then we'll see. I mean, France has to be next. I don't know if they're going to try and push through on the Alps, which would be somewhat anticlimactic. I'd love to do the invasion of Normandy. Alright, we've got 26 divs. Alright, I'm liking it. It's Normandy! Yes! It's Operation Allied Heat, which sounds like a dog is in heat, but, you know, okay. So this is it. Those 26 divisions. I'm going to be ready to support that. Where can I go to support it? Probably just right here and just take off. Of course, I'll have to go all the way around the Mediterranean. So maybe I'll go back to this naval base here in Casablanca. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so we'll... I'll let them continue fighting this battle, and we will just kill all of our orders, and hopefully falling off this front line's not going to kill everything, but, you know, whatever. And I'll just put a little fallback line here to have everybody move. That's just my goal. I've just found that to be the easiest way to get them to move. So we're going to make ready in Casablanca, for this big invasion of Normandy. The invasion. I'm looking forward to it. I want my country back. November 21st, 1943. The fall of Kiev. The capital of Ukrainian SSR. Which anybody watching videos in the year 2023, when I'm making them, should know exactly where that is. Anyway, this did happen. But it happened 2 years earlier, on September 19th, 1941. So I am still just waiting at this point. Where am I at? Okay, waiting in Casablanca for the invasion. We've got 2 invasion points, 20 divs, 22 divs. This is going to be major. When they get it going, I have no idea. But I'm not seeing any. What do we have here? 15, 16. So they've got some. They need to, what, build to 23 or something like that? And here we only have 5 in Portsmouth. So I'm assuming because British forces are busy otherwhere. Thankfully. Thank you. In the meantime, significant advances are occurring on the Alps front here. I did not stick around for that. Who is it? British, Americans, and Italians are pushing this. So, of course, grateful for that. But I'm just fixated on doing this naval landing. There's nothing more World War II-y than landing at Normandy. So let's hope it happens soon. Oh, the trigger has been pulled. First moves being made. The invasion of Normandy has begun. I am so excited. Excited. Alright, we gotta get ready. Okay, looking pretty strong so far. Got 24 Allied divisions coming in on this one, in addition to mine. Not looking as strong anymore at this landing site. So, significant progress here. Great Britain's taken over all my territory. Hey, that rivalry went out the door a long time ago, right, guys? Right, guys? Alright, so, unfortunately, this invasion isn't going so well. Hopefully these other ones are going to go a little bit better. Just open up one little pocket, fellas. Just one, that's all I want. Getting closer. 96. 97. No. Go back. Watch. Too many clickies. Alright, they're repelling it on the shores here. But I'm in. Okay, there we go. Let's get it on in there. So we're just going to basically draw a front line for transportation purposes only. Wait, did I not assign my divs? No, I'm not sure why it does that. Okay, get them in there. Go. Alright, there's an additional landing going on here. 26 divisions up north. 24 divisions. French divisions. Doing nothing. Thought they were going. Alright. So let's do this. Let's make an offensive line. Who's gonna move? Oh, I guess we can't land without a naval base. Okay, so we're gonna have to wait for them to take that naval base at Dieppe. Which should hopefully be soon. Alright, I know I'm just gonna keep you in suspense on this one, because I'm nerding out over here. Come on, guys. Push. There it is. Alright. Starting to see train tracks. Where are you? What are you doing? Alright, we are sailing. Again, I couldn't really join their invasion. But, I can join their landing. They don't have all the fun before I get there. Here we come. Alright, let's fast forward to the landing. We're coming in. We're about to land in the homeland. Here I am. Time to land on the shores and take back my country. Hello, boys. I'm back. Alright, we're gonna land Charles de Gaulle. Full 24 Division Army. Get beefed up and then push these Germans out of here. In the meantime, my allies are going to take back the entire country before I even have a chance to fight. But, alright, so they're a little bit held off down here in the south for a little bit. Good, we can provide them some reinforcement. Alright, I'm going to wait for the full force to land. We still got lots of people coming through. And then we will we'll get prepared and organized and trained and not about trained, but prepared and organized. And then we're gonna push the button. This button right here, and sweep out to retake Paris and the rest of this country. Well, it's looking really good. You know what? I might as well just push the button now. Start doing some fighting. Alright, I'm excited. Let's see how it goes. We got the big blob here. We got the big blob down there. There's lots of blobbing. Russia's pushing back. Ooh, we're coming for you, Germany. We are coming. 21 February 1944. We are outside of Paris. Pushing in. Happily pushing in. We're going to combine lines here soon and squeeze them. It will be so nice to not be in exile anymore, to have my own country back. Of course, we're probably just going to be done with this battle, which really was, well, I mean, after the fall of Germany. Pretty much about the end of the war for France. I'm not going to continue on through the entire war, just basically once our goals are met, which is going to be the liberation of France and the surrender of Germany. That may not happen in this video. Oh, the liberation of Paris. Speak of, been confirmed that Paris, capital of France, has been liberated from German occupation. Allied forces have entered the city. Remaining German garrison has surrendered. Yes. Alright. Alright. Now, we've got a national focus where I've just been technology sharing for a while. Probably should have turned that one on a while back. But we have, what's this? Form the provisional government. Ile-de-France. Alright, this will change us back to the French focus tree. So, which will be nice. Let's do it. Ile-de-France is under our control once again. And we just need to continue the fight here. A little bit tough in the south, it looks like. So, appreciate that. Gentlemen, they want to push into Germany already. Okay, well, fair enough. Might as well bring in my second army here, who's doing kind of nothing. Maybe, what, do we have military bases? Let's go ahead and bring you in to assist in the south. Okay. Head on over. I'm like, okay, go do this. And they're like, no, we're just going to hang out and do God knows why. Maybe they weren't assigned to the order. It seems to always happen to me. Yep, there it is. No, we want to do them all.
Attention!
All of them. Not just one. All of them. There we go. Alright, everyone's moving. And, what's to go up to? He's building armored trains. Okay, ooh, we got planes back! Alright. Let me get this cleaned up a little bit, and maybe I'll bring it back in when Paris is, or all of France is liberated. Okay, this is feeling pretty good. Losing your country at the very beginning of the game, and then hanging out as an exile and begging for charity was not fun. So, we are not doing that anymore. We are re-landed. Now, we're still free France, as opposed to just France. So the provisional government is 30 days away. It says it'll return the France focus tree to us, but I'm wondering if it will call us France again. We are just... I'm exclusively focused on the Southwest. Everybody... I mean, look at this line, man. Like... It's not making a whole lot of progress, but there you go. Over on the east side of the world, China and Japan are making progress. The American-Japanese war in the Philippines, or excuse me, in the Pacific, does not look like it's going all that well. I'm seeing a lot of whites, a lot of Japans. And they just go back and forth with this quite a bit. It is 1944. I'm curious, when was the nuclear bomb dropped on Japan? August 6th, 1945. So we're still far away from that terrible event. But we are making progress in Europe, that's for sure. Lots of blue lines all over the place. Norway. Looks like Norway's making progress as well, so that's encouraging. So I'm going to get France pretty much mopped up here. And then we'll see. Once I do that and pile on, who knows? Germany could fall very quickly. I mean, they've lost a lot of troops defending France. And we are cleaning up here. A little bit leery about this United Kingdom here in southern France. Thinking they're going to give it back to me. Now, if they'd taken Calais and held on to it, then we'd have a problem. But I think they're gonna give it back. Maybe I'll even ask for it back and see if they'll do it. In fact, let's try that now and see. I think you can do it. Ask for control of state. Thinks that handing control of occupation, handing you back your own country, give you an unfair share of occupied territory. Well. Alright, I'm curious to see how we're going to get this back from them. But, we'll see. Like I said, as long as they leave Calais alone, then we're not going to go back 500 years and have to duke it out again. So with France all but recovered and, you know, advancing, the war turning, obviously, with this big blue mark, right, eastwards towards Germany, I just absolutely cannot resist the temptation to advance through the lowlands and attack them from there. So let's get this guy who's down here in the south kind of started on that, just for a little bit of humor. In fact, maybe we'll help liberate Denmark. That would be nice. Alright, so let's put them up here. Okay, we've got to draw a front line, right? And let's just do it, just a small one up here. And then we'll make an offensive line here. And let's just get up there and prepare for it first. But anyway, just the irony of and invade them in the same direction that they invaded me. It's just too... I can't resist it. It's too good to be true. Sometime when I wasn't paying attention, I switched back to France and lost 8 divisions from this army and several from this one. So that's stupid. Okay. So let's just combine and, you know, continue on with the original plan. So I will get de Gaulle up there to try and liberate Denmark. I don't know that that was at all historical, but I'm feeling like, you know what, I was helped. So let's free another ally here. Get him on up there. I don't know what that happened, why it cost me men to become France again. That was a bit odd. So we're still forming the provisional government to get back our focus tree. But let's keep pushing here. In the south, seeing a lot of red numbers, a lot of red, a lot more green on the eastern front here. Okay, we are back. And we start over? That's really, really, really weird. Really weird. Okay. Really, really, really weird. I thought it would restore our focus tree, not start it all from scratch. Okay. Odd. But, we'll play. We'll go. We'll do it. The Yalta Conference. Seeing a joint victory against the German Reich as inevitable, the United Kingdom and Soviet Union looking to secure future stability in Europe. Winston Churchill, Joseph Stalin, leaders of other countries participating in the war effort and met to agree on the fate of the German Reich. What is it? The Yalta Conference. What is the Yalta Conference? I've never even heard of that. 1945. Took place in a Russian resort town in the Crimea. During World War II, Roosevelt, Churchill, Stalin made important decisions. Came to Yalta knowing that Allied victory in Europe was inevitable, but less concerned that the Pacific War was nearing an end. Less convinced, that the Pacific War was nearing an end. Recognizing victory over Japan might require a protracted fight. U.S. saw a major strategic advantage to Soviet participation in the Pacific theater. So basically, it's like they got together and said, alright, how do we end this thing? Alright, with Denmark all but liberated at this point, I'm going to just join my compatriots here on the hopefully final push to Berlin. So this map is barely even visible anymore. I mean, when you zoom in, it's like, what's going on here? So we are pushing quite hard into Germany. Berlin is... We're outside of Berlin. It should fall any moment. And I imagine there will be some event that takes place there. The suicide of Hitler, I'm expecting. They're holding out, that's for sure. That one division is holding out. So, we'll see. Again, it's really hard to see the map here. There's a small pocket here in this area. Okay, we can see this a lot easier. That the Soviet Union's making some progress on. It wouldn't surprise me if most of Germany's troops are fighting this defensive battle here. Okay, here it is. British forces have advanced into Berlin. War cabinet has announced successful capture of the German capital. The Reich Chancellery under British control, fighting in the city has largely ended. Warsaw, Poland was returned at this point already. That came up. We've got. Is that Alsace-Lorraine? They're gonna like, you bastards are never gonna. Probably what's holding on to this is the frickin' Maginot Line. All these forts there are just causing everybody innumerable trouble, which doesn't really surprise me. It's not Alsace-Lorraine. It's got to be. Oh, actually, that should be up here, right? Come on, man! You've been playing frickin'. Oh, that's it. We did it. Okay. Oh no, this is a capitulation where I get to state my demands and all that sort of thing. Okay, let's see how this goes. Alright, giving access to 50% of their stockpiled equipment. I don't really know how to do this. I've never done this before. Oh, and we're at conference. Okay, honestly, all I want are just my countries back. Look at frickin' look at Russia's score. Where's it at? Okay, these are all my demands. Where is it at? Soviet Union is a massive score. So I'm at 249. Okay, yeah, Soviet Union 2034. I mean, they just crushed it, man. UK at 677. And so after wrangling with these peace conference mechanics a little bit, it's over. The war is over. I did take back Alsace-Lorraine from Germany. I didn't realize that this was the territory that I was talking about. They had just renamed it to something Germany. And then I had forgotten to reclaim the colonies, and so those were becoming independent, which of course, from a morality standpoint, I approve of that, but from a historical standpoint, they did not get their independence until later on. And that's really it. France, to my knowledge, was not really involved in the Pacific side of the war. And so I am going to consider this over. I want to thank you for watching my Hearts of Iron 4 historical playthrough as France, and would encourage you to subscribe to my channel, please, because I'm about to get ready to start a 4-game historical playthrough, chronologically in order: Crusader Kings 3, Europa Universalis 4, Victoria 3, and Hearts of Iron, playing, where do you want to ask? Where do you? As the nation of Turkey. So we are going to go in Crusader Kings 3 all the way through Seljuks, start as Ottomans, play EU 4 as Ottomans, play Victoria 3 as Ottomans, and then play Hearts of Iron 4 again as Turkey. So thank you so much for watching, and any comments that you have, any corrections, any suggestions, I'd love to hear them. And that's it. Thanks again for watching.